Not bad, and that's with the hop not engaged, so it seems like it's okay. All right, so at the tip, we have a plastic flash hider. Wow, that's rare. Wow, it is a clockwise barrel, boys and girls. Hold on, that is a clockwise thread. Okay, so it is a clockwise thread, which means you're going to have to get an adapter. Moving over, we have the iron sight. You know, there's some play in it. Actually, there's quite a lot of play, and if you do want to adjust it, there's a thing at the top where you can adjust the elevation, and then you can adjust the windage with a little post here. It comes with a metal Picatinny rail on the side. The handguard is the classic handguard, which is also the battery compartment, which is made of plastic. And then we have the charging handle, which is also plastic, which opens up the hop chamber here, and you can access the little hop there, which is not a rotary, it's the regular gear style. Press the bolt catch at the back here, it'll close it. On the top rail, also plastic like the real thing, polymer. It is an open top, but there is a model which is a flat top completely, but I wanted to go for the classic look instead of that flat top. The handguard itself does have a tiny bit of play, but I'm sure I could kind of shim that out by putting some tape on it. And then we have the receiver, which is also polymer, resin polymer, which actually feels really good, doesn't feel cheap or creaky. Moving on to the pistol grip. It does have some texturing on it, which is nice, gives you a little bit of grip. It is quite thin, and it is molded into the receiver itself, so you can't change it out. And has a big, huge trigger guard, so you'll be able to use gloves. The trigger itself is metal, it is quite wide, and we have a fire safety select. Quite distinctive. So this is pretty easy, so we can go safe, semi-auto, auto. It does have a 45-degree kind of throw here on that tappet plate, so you're gonna have to kind of really have a positive click on it. It is not ambidextrous. I mean, it is a little bit ambidextrous. You can kind of manipulate it if you really tried, but then we have a short section of Picatinny rail here, which can fit an optic. It is metal as well. And we have the back iron sight, which you can kind of just flip up and down like that. And the sight picture on it is quite small and restricted. Then we have, I guess, the top of the receiver here, which does have some play to it. It is plastic. I have no idea what this actually is. Probably a scope mount or something like that. And then we have the actual butt of the rifle itself. No insignias on the right side, but on the left side it does say TAVOR-21 556 with the serial number, Israeli Weapon Industries. It does have a QD point, which is nice. I don't know where you'd put the sling. Maybe the sling would probably go, I don't know, probably here. Probably just wrap it around this section right here and put a sling. And you can also see the outer barrel and the gas block tube through the middle of the receiver, which is cool. The butt pad is plastic, and it does have a little bit of play to it as well. So you could probably shim that out using some tape. Then we have the mag catch, which is plastic as well, but it is a sturdy plastic, and the bolt catch is also plastic. It's actually quite easy to take out that magazine. Probably easier than the AUG, because the AUG has some weird button press thing she had to do. But this one, really easy. And the magazine falls out. Oh, hit myself in the nuts. Falls out on its own, so you'll be able to easily reload that. Okay, so you have a 7.4 LiPo. We're gonna plug it in here. Very tiny, tiny boy. Actually, there's quite a lot of space. It goes like into the receiver as well, so there you go. Easy. So the trigger does have a micro switch, so it should be a pretty good trigger pull. And it does have blowback, so let's see how this goes. Look at that. Really long. But this is a LiPo, so it should be, there it is. That's what I want to see. See, sometimes it won't go. So if you actually lock it back, there'll be no blowback actually. I'll probably be upgrading this and removing that blowback, which is rare for me because I love having the blowback. But a lot better than the AUG. It is just quite a long stroke. We've got to really find the wall. But yeah. All right, guys, let's go test that accuracy. All right, so we have our little range set up, and I kind of noticed here that my top rail section, not sure if it's a manufacturer defect, let me know, but this whole thing just moves, and this thing is like a flap. You can basically just straight up take this out. But that being said, we're gonna shoot this thing, and use our EPM and see how it goes. Semi-auto on our little target over there. Okay, so the grouping isn't too bad. In general, it kind of stays in the same spot. It was over here at first, but then it kind of centered itself out. So it's not too bad. Let's full auto the thing. Not bad, and that's with the hop not engaged, so it seems like it's okay. All right, 0.2 gram BBs. TAVOR-21. 85. 84, 85, 84. Okay, let's try putting up the hop just a bit. Yeah, around the same. 84, full auto. That rate of fire feels like 15. All right, guys, so what do I think about the TAVOR-21 by S&T? I think it is basically, you get what you pay for. I probably wouldn't want to run this as is. The trigger response is pretty lackluster. The build quality is okay, like the actual body itself doesn't creak, but this top part here actually just straight up wobbling. I'm not sure if this is an actual feature or if there's a screw loose or there's a manufacturing defect or it can be fixed. I'm not sure what's going on there. So that is pretty disappointing. But overall, like, it feels good to use. The charging handle is pretty cool. The blowback is like, you know, whatever. It's not Marui or anything like that. This is probably just gonna break on its own. But the form factor is cool. I was thinking about this, an AUG, or a RDB. The reason I didn't go with the AUG is because the Marui one is okay, but the semi-contacts burned out almost right away, and it's super creaky. Like, even the handguard was like horribly made, which is really disappointing for Marui. And the RDB, I don't know, on paper it seems good, but I just didn't really like the look of it. It kind of looks weird to me. And this seems more classic to me. Like, it's a TAVOR. Like, it looks cool. When I think Bullpup, I think either this or FAMAS, right? And the reload is nice. The ergonomics are really good on it. It's a lot easier than the AUG, where you have to like push a button. This is just a quick strip and rip. Pretty easy. And yeah, it's easy to hold, easy to wield as well, and it has a pretty long barrel. So what I'm gonna be doing with this is either A, returning it to Amazon because of this manufacturer defect, or B, I'm going to be upgrading it. And we're gonna just overhaul, gut this thing, get a better trigger response, get a better barrel, bucking, everything to make this thing Gucci boy, and then never have to touch it again, because it's not really a, you know, super expensive brand. So we wanna kind of really make it the Gucciest TAVOR-21 we can get. But anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. What do you think about the TAVOR-21? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I hope to give you guys gameplay in the future if I keep this thing. But if not, then hey, I hope you like this video. Check this video out though.